Hello there! This is a box that was originally from Dollarama for $1.50, but my brother found it in a thrift store for 50 cents, and he bought it for me because I'm on a box journey now, apparently. I like the cute size of it, and the carved border, and the metal hardware, especially the hinges. The only thing I don't like is the vinyl covering. I guess I just find the concept of fake wood carving inherently cheap and tacky. I mean, I'm cheap and tacky, but I don't want my room to look like that. Also, the interior of the box is a little shoddy. The wood is very splintery, as you can see on the corners, and there's a large swath where the red stain didn't adhere properly. I want this box to look nice and fit in among my collection of vintage looking stuff, and so for this video, I'm going to transform this cheap dollar store box into a faux antique one. Hi, my name is Emily, and I'm an amateur furniture makeover artist. Roll the tape. The first step was, of course, disassembling everything. And I thought I'd explain my inspirations a little. As you saw briefly in the screen recording, I used a bunch of antique floral dressers and cabinets as inspiration because I'm continually in the process of spicing up my room to be more vintage looking and cozy and maximalist. You know, like the house of a rich person who got murdered in a detective mystery movie, that kind of maximalist. To get painting though, I'd first have to remove the vinyl. I initially thought I could just peel the whole thing off since it was already coming loose at the edges, but it turned out it was sandwiched between the box and the decorative trim. And so, in lieu of removing the vinyl entirely, I had to cut it off. Sorry for turning into an ASMR video for a sec, I just really wanted to hear all that. Of course, I also cut off the vinyl from the bottom of the box. All this removal revealed a very rough wooden surface that was definitely in desperate need of sanding. So at first, I was kind of impressed with the quality of the box given that it's a cheap thing from the dollar store. The hardware was metal, albeit very thin metal, and there were staples and nails holding everything together instead of just blobs of glue. But as I was sanding, I discovered just how poor quality the wood was. Sanding the edges introduced even more splinters, and the staples were in very intrusive spaces. But those are both things I hoped to disguise with some painting, which is what I'm about to do now. To hide just how ugly the inside of the box is, I plan to use my trusty felt to cover it up. First, I meticulously measured the box, cut out a template, made sure it fit, and then cut out the pieces in crimson felt. And if you see that massive wrinkle in the felt, don't worry, I ironed it out. And then I just glued it in. After this came the varnishing, which really deepened the color and of course gave it a nice shine. Although I wish I had a more satin varnish because it ended up a little too glossy. After that, it was simply time to replace all the hardware, and then we're done. Sit tight in your seats, and I hope you enjoy the final reveal.